the worst human being. Look at this child right here. Dino Land, baby. I'm 6'3", 140 centimeters. Oh shit, my mic's on. It's not supposed to be on. I just gotta make sure I have everything set up. Today is a very experimental stream, and I don't know how well it's gonna go, but we'll just see. So, I went to a theme park, and today we're gonna be rating all the funny rides. This is real footage of me earlier today. Look at me, I'm having so much fun. Look at him go. Now we have a lot of slides to get through, so let's just begin. I went to this place. It is pronounced Djurs Sommerland. Because if you don't know, I do not live in an English-speaking country, so none of this will be in the English. This is a pretty famous theme park, I think, at least here in Denmark. It is one of the biggest theme parks here in Denmark. We also have Legoland. This place has a lot of stuff. This place has trampolines. There's water roller coasters. There's big-ass normal roller coasters. There's good-ass food everywhere. There's I'm not joking when I say there's a whole water park with water slides and pools and sunbathing areas. And then, for some reason, you can also go kayaking in a river. This place is huge. And I went there with my sister, my older sister. Now, the name is actually important because Djurs is a place in Denmark. It's that little, I think this nose here is called Djurs. If you imagine this as a face, then the nose here is called Djurs. I don't live anywhere close to this. So at the crack of dawn today, me and my sister, we became like this cool Muppet gif I found. And we went on a road trip, baby. A 2-hour road trip. Except, like, in this gif, they're, like, interacting with each other, you know. She was just driving and I played Smash. That was those 2 hours. At the parking lot, something interesting happened. We randomly stumbled into a celebrity. I don't know who this guy is, but my sister knows who he is. He was on X Factor, I think, in the 2020 season here in Denmark. They literally just parked right next to us as we were going up. And my sister was like, oh my god, is the guy. Anyways, we get there. On the weather forecast, it said that it was gonna be about 29 degrees Celsius. I can't get my leg high enough. I wore short clothes. I'm freezing my shit off. Literally shivering in my, my jaw. I'm literally going, But it did warm up very soon after. This is the map over the area. And we arrived here, I think 11:30-ish. I'm gonna give you 3 pro gamer tips for theme parks. The first one is get there early, because there were no lines anywhere. Get there early. As soon as the park opens, you get there. You don't want to be there at peak hours. It's hell. No, the musician did not rizz up my sister. My sister and I laid out the plan, and it looked a little like this. We followed this path, and we went in this direction. We went counterclockwise, and the reasoning as for why we did this is because of this ride right here. This one is very important, and it will come into importance later. I have personal gripes with that roller coaster right there. We needed to warm up with all the other rides before we can get to it. We get to the first area of the park, the Pirates Land. And there's a lot of different areas, and the first one we got to is Pirate Land, and I now realize that my face cam is covering that. Go to the right. There's less important stuff over here. And in Pirate Land, we wanted to get through 2 roller coasters, and the first one was the one I already talked about, the red one, which is going to be our last roller coaster of the trip. We also wanted to go on Treasure Island. It combines both, like, as you can see here, regular roller coaster action, but then it also combines water sections where you're just floating in the water. And this is where the cool part of the stream comes in, because I have footage of each roller coaster. You're gonna rank them, and then I'm gonna rank them. And my ranking is, of course, going to be objectively the best. God, the frame rate is low on this, but I found a 360 footage of as many rides as I could. So this ride starts out pretty chill, you know? You just travel along, and then you drop into some water. And there's a lot of cool decorations around. There's a lot of rock. Look at this octopus. Look at him go. Isn't he great? And now is where we go on to the rail. The fun part. The fast part. Oh god, we're going up. All right, we're going. The frame rate is really showing itself here. Woo, there's the drop. Now, the video doesn't do this justice. This is very fast. Get ready for it. The big drop. Boom, you go under a bridge, over a bump, and into the water. And you get splashed a little bit. And that's the ride. So what do you think about this, chat? Put it into the rankings. It's fast. It's short. Doesn't overstay its welcome. There's water in play. There's cool animatronics. The theming is great. It's a solid A tier. You think that's a B tier? I mean, maybe the video doesn't do it justice, but that was a great ride. I also just like rides that incorporate water. So now we've walked this path right here. We've gone over to the pirate area. We've done the treasure island. And now we've managed to make our way up to Mexico Land. There's a whole area of the park just like it didn't feel right, you know? Like it felt very stereotypical. Over here in Mexico Land, you've got mini golf, some water ride over here, a spinning thing here. The one important ride. There's one important ride in this whole area. This temple, the jewel. I love this image. This promotional image is insane. Now this ride is kind of interesting. I think this is the fastest ride in, I don't know if it was Denmark or Europe, but it holds the record for being the fastest ride in something. And now we actually finally have front row seats. And you start out by going into this little room. Hey, look. I'm not the racist here. The park is racist. I'm not the racist here. Twitter should cancel Denmark. What do you mean? But this thing goes fast, and I think the video does a good job at showing it. I felt real G-force on this ride. I look like an old woman on the picture. And then here, it speeds up here. That was just the beginning. Now we go even faster. And you're going through all this landscape, and it is quite extraordinary. You can also hear the wind. The wind is loud. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And then the ride ends there. Where do you put this? A very fast-paced, decorated, well-made shit. The video does not do it justice. It goes fast. I'm seeing a lot of S's and I'm seeing a lot of A's. My rating is an S. This ride is incredible. I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie. I like when things are a little dangerous. But that leads us to one of the best parts of the park, which is right up ahead here. Viking Land. It has a lot of things. It's very small, but it has a lot of things. There is a, like, regular old roller coaster, a free-falling thing, this ship. It's like a pendulum that swings up and down and up and down. And then there's also a climbing gym for some reason. And this is also where you go kayaking. This is the river where you can go kayaking. Anyways, we went on two of the rides here. We went on the roller coaster one and the ship one. The first one, the roller coaster one, is called Thor's Hammer. Okay, I know that, I guess it has the Marvel boost factor, but it is also very based and very cool, and it is Mjolnir. It starts out like any old roller coaster. You go up, but when it does come up, instantly it starts going. It's not extremely fast, but it does have some speed to it. And then there are these sections, dude. These sections, why do these sections exist? I mean, they're fun, but like, they hurt. And you go fast down the spiral. And then this is where I assumed that the ride would stop, but it actually continues, goes through this house, and goes into another area, goes over the water where you can kayak. This little ledge right here is at such a steep angle. Like, when the cart goes there, it's not like a smooth turn. Dunk. And you do a little more spins, and there it is. That's the end. What do you think of Thor's Hammer? Froodle, can we watch you microwave cereal? No, why? I'm seeing a few B's in chat. Would you be surprised to learn that I actually enjoyed it a bit more than you guys? It's an A tier. It's a low A tier, mind you. If it was faster, then it would be a bit higher. It was just chill. Anyways, moving on to the second ride, which is the Viking ship. This is another one that is without a 360 video, but we do have a POV video. I don't know about you guys. I think my opinion might be controversial, but we'll see. We'll see. I won't spoil my opinion on this. Froodle looks like the glasses kids from Polar Express. I don't. I just have glasses and am white. Yeah, they go high up. Very high up. I think we've seen the peak, yeah, and then it just slows down. What do you rate the Viking ship? C tier. I knew that my opinion would be controversial on this. It's S. And let me explain why. Which brings me the next area, because now we're leaving Viking Land. Dino Land, baby! It's Dino Land! Look at it go! Hold on, we got another Snapchat photo from me. This area is the newest area of the park. This roller coaster over here, which is kind of like the ship where you go up and down, but it also spins. That's the twist. Oh, get it? Twist because it spins? Okay, I'll show it. And then there's also some teacup looking ass rides, the playground for the kids. And then there's a long normal roller coaster full, and I mean full, of animatronic dinosaurs. Dino Land is sick as hell. Really, can you roar? But the first ride that we're going on is the Spinosaurus. This is supposed to be a Spinosaurus, but they capitalized the O because of the spin. You sit on this platform here, and you go up and down, kind of like the ship, but you rotate at the same time. And I have footage. Why are all the 360 videos so ass FPS? What's going on? Now, this ride is long. You can see this is 3 minutes. As it peaks, if this guy was sitting a bit more to the right, then as it was going down, then he would also be pulled down and go even faster. Like teacups, but worse. Looks like a scooter. That's because he has a little thing to hold on to. But okay, you get the idea. What would you rate the Spinosaurus, chat? B, I'm seeing an A. Surprisingly, this is the most controversial pick from me yet, because I think it sucked. This ride sucked ass. This backrest right here, this little thing is the most uncomfortable thing you will ever feel against your back. This ride sucks so much, but that is not the only ride in Dino Land. There's another one, the T-Rex family coaster. More of your classic style of roller coaster. You can see there's a wagon. This is the one with the tons of dinosaur animatronics. This one specifically, he's a squirter. He likes to squirt. He sprays water on you. Now, the gimmick to this roller coaster is, as stated before, the many animatronic dinosaurs that you get to look at. And also, this goes around twice. Dino squirts all over you, yes sir, and then you go for round 2. This was made for the little Jimmies, the little Timmies. Oh, look, Ma, that's a Brachiosaurus. That's a pterodactyl. That's the Tyrannosaurus Rex. But where would you rank it, chat, if you were a child? Wow, I'm seeing a lot of S spam. There's 1A. I put it in B tier. This ride was extremely mid. The ride itself was really basic. There were no sharp turns. And that is the end of Dino Land, everyone. Which means we now approach our final new area. This area is also a tiny bit stereotypical. No, I forgot about this part of the presentation. After we went on the T-Rex thing, we had lunch. And this is where gamer tip number 2 comes through. If you're going to a theme park, just bring your own damn food. I made myself 2 BLT sandwiches, stuffed them into a lunchbox, stuffed them into my backpack, and then we ate them. Don't buy from the restaurants here. Way too overpriced. It's not on my presentation, but there is an America Land. There is one ride in the area, and we didn't go on that ride. It's just all restaurants. That's what you're known for here. Moving on to the final area that actually includes roller coasters, and this area has some really good roller coasters. Oh, I forgot to mention, yeah, a bunch of hornets came and they wanted to eat my sandwich. It's Wild Asia. A bit stereotypical. 4 rides here, and I went on 2 of them. This ride right here is called the Tiger, and this ride is fucking insane. I did not go on this. I was genuinely too scared to go on this. You essentially just sit in this chair, trust in God, that this thing doesn't kill you. This is not humane. And I did not go on it. I did not. It goes up to 100 kilometers per hour. Oh, your survival instinct kicked in. You survived. I did. I didn't go on the death machine. But what I did go on was a ride called Longcon. This is the park's main water-based ride. This one is almost entirely in water, and it is by far the longest ride I went on today. So let's just enjoy the trip. Just kick back, relax, woohoo, splash. And this, you get wet on this ride. It was hot, so it was nice to get the water splash. I think this ride has it all. I really like this ride. And you don't just do one drop. Oh no, sir. Peter's one of my old classmates. Boom, that's a big splash. You get a lot of water on you there. I got drenched on that drop. But the ride is not over yet. This is the final drop, and this drop is big. If the ride didn't have this drop, it would be kind of a mid-ride. This is quite a steep drop. You get some speed going. And that's the end of the ride. What do you think of that, chat? D for no explosions? Jacob, you're wrong. Because that's an S, baby. An incredibly fun ride. I really, really love that one. Mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Banger. The second ride we're taking a look at is the Dragon King. I think it's called a suspension coaster. The track is above you and you go underneath the track. And the Dragon King goes fast. But the distance you cover is quite big. It's quite a large distance. Epilepsy warning. The moment I press play, these red lights, they're gonna flicker. But there's like a little ledge here. My legs almost got caught by this ledge. I almost broke my legs. I almost lost my legs. All right, let's go, chat. This is a fast one. Get ready. Whoa. And it goes underground as well. Very intense ride that almost made me an amputee. Where are you putting the Dragon King? How dragons aren't real, but how would they scream? Would they be like a lion scream, or would they be like a screech? You really think C? I don't think C. I am very much in agreement with Bertram. It is an A tier ride. But with that, we've done the entire loop. We've been to Pirate Land. We've been to Mexico Land. We've been to Viking Land. We've been to Dino Land. We skipped past Western Land because we brought our own food. And we also went to Wild Asia. Now, it is time for revenge. This is the most important part of the story. Everything else before this was just in preparation. And this one is called the Pirate. It's a very, very fast ride. And I've actually been to this park before. 9 years ago I was here. This is me 9 years ago. Look at him go. Look at the little Froodle. I really wanted to go on the Pirate because the Pirate looks sick as hell. Guess what the requirement height for the Pirate was? 140 centimeters. So I waited and I waited and I waited until I got to the front. I was greeted by the nice ride operator, and the ride operator pulled out a little along the lines of this, and this thing was a measurer. No kids under 140 centimeters got through. I just cleared it and I went on the ride. Look at this child right here. He was having a blast. And you know what happened when I got off the ride? I wanted to go again because it was so fun. So I got into the line again. During me standing in line, the people working there, the ride operators, they switched to a new team of people. The worst human being on the planet. Instead of holding it straight upwards because you're so lazy, a slight angle. The final measuring is not 140 centimeters. And he says, nah, you're too small. Me and my mom, we pop off on this kid. I may be 8 years old, but I know the basic laws of physics. He sabotaged my fun. So, I had to leave. Saddened that I never got my second trip. Until today. 8 years later, baby. I'm 6'3". But it was worth it, baby. Because this ride is fucking sick. This ride goes really fast. And you go really tall. Look at this shit. This is a very big ride. Front row seats at 15 FPS with a huge vertical drop, the wind howling in your ears, and you're being thrown all around. And just like that, I'd finally gotten my revenge after 8 years of holding a grudge against this place. What do you think of the ride, chat? Obviously, I'm putting it in S tier. Obviously. And afterwards, I had churros to celebrate Djurs Sommerland, and this is my final rating of all the rides I went on. That was the story time with Froodle. Did you enjoy the stream? That's it for today's stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I could provide sufficient entertainment through my story. Thank you all so much for watching today's very unique and interesting streams. And as always, have a good one.